Wakey, guys. It's finally done. The medical date has been set. Man United has sealed Bryan Mbeumo pending a medical. If he passes it, the deal is signed. I'm here to give you the timeline of events of what's going to happen with this player who I believe is going to be the turning point of Manchester United's transfer window this summer. Like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, run so fast and learn how to earn online if you're not already doing it, because the internet is the new normal, my people. It's how we live. It's how people spend a lot of their time. If you're not earning online, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. Now, here is the latest that has been dropped in by Alex Crook of Team Talk and Ben Jacobs. Guess what? Bryan Mbeumo's medical is set for when? Next week. And he's already on his holiday. He's going to fly to Manchester early next week to complete his medical and all the paperwork to sign his deal. The documents are already being exchanged now between United and Brentford. The deal has finally been agreed already. Listen, we are on with it, and people will not understand why this deal excites me. First of all, it's not because I'm excited to rock a bald head like Mbeumo's, because listen, I told you, I promised this. The moment it turns out that it arrives at Man United, I'm going bald like him, in respect for him. You know why? Because I feel like, for me, Mbeumo is actually a bigger signing for United than even Cunha. People don't see it, and that's why Brentford really stood their ground and negotiated to get money more than what United paid Wolves for Cunha. So it's because they also know that their player is a bigger player by stats, by skill in terms of what he has shown, but also even Amorim's system. These footed players are so important to Amorim. So Mbeumo should be the marquee guy, the number one marquee guy of the signings. And of course, I don't want to promote these comparisons, but what I'm saying is to give you a perspective of how important this signing is, because Cunha did not drag because it was a buyout clause. Yes, you just had to pay and get him. From Mbeumo, there was this back and forth, and honestly, I don't think we are going to have any other signing that will take as long as Mbeumo took in terms of negotiations, because my view is that all the other players will sign easy to get out of whichever clubs they will come from. Even if it's Gyökeres, by the way, the moment Sporting agrees to a fee, that's less than what is in his buyout clause, certainly you just then pay that. Then no need for negotiations back and forth rather. So if it's still United in the race to sign Gyökeres, they will just wait for Sporting to say, okay, it's okay, we are taking this in the clause, we are lowering the clause to this, and they pay. Emi Martinez from Aston Villa, he even bid them farewell already. Certainly it will be easy. So for Mbeumo, there was that back and forth because already there was a Cunha who United had signed for more, and United were trying to convince Brentford to take less. And that's where the back and forth had to come, and negotiation. This one has more goals than the other, so that's why it took all that time. But getting proper into the player, Bryan Mbeumo, and what he adds to Man United, the shooting, the goals, the assists, the penalties, the inspiration. He's in his prime age of 25. Young players learning from him, his mentality, his attitude, his character, everything in him, for me, points to a typical proper Man United player at a time like this when you're rebuilding. So for me, this is an important signing that's going to open the door for floodgates of more signings for Man United to be pouring in like water, or like a waterfall. So this for me is big kudos. Well done to Jason Wilcox and the team for being able to mastermind this. It hasn't been easy, but I like the fact that they started it early in the window. That in the first 10 days of the window, initiated it broke off, then they come immediately and start on it again, and here we are. We will get him before the preseason starts. And now what then is going to happen next? Of course, now we want to see, is it going to be the goalkeeper, a midfielder, a striker? Whoever it is will certainly be easier for Man United to seal. So it's I think a very important state for Manchester United. It's also, I think, relieve. I mean, if you've seen Arsenal signing players in days, they are so advanced in about 3 or 4 players already. You sort of lock in and start going into that usual uncomfortable state of trying to panic because you see your opponents are signing players. You saw Man City, their new signings, their Rangers and what they were obliterating the life out of Juventus. Dusan Vlahovic, who is linked with Man United, maybe now could be next because remember the swap deal is still on the table as proposed by Juventus. They spoke to Jadon Sancho, so is Vlahovic still a player United will feel they would want to come in that swap deal for Sancho to go the other way? Will he not? Then departures, Rashford, there is talks of Man United having to lower their expectations if it's even going to happen with Barcelona for him to join there. The club he wants already now, at the club are trying to take Barcelona, go league on Barcelona because they don't think they can't be able to sign any players. So all the things now are going to start, moving. Rasmus Højlund, what's the fate of him? Anthony Dos Santos, what's going to happen with him? You see that United has a lot of clutter to deal with, but this deal for Amorim and everyone at United was so important, even more important than the departures, because there was going to be competition for him, not just from Tottenham. Trust you me, other clubs were going to come in and join the race for Bryan Mbeumo. You know that Newcastle wanted him. So many clubs tabled bids for him. So United has won a bidding war, and for me, again, takes us back to where I started even before the transfer window. I projected, I told you we're going to have some bidding wars, but Man United ought to be involved in them. We can't play the small game. We are not a small team, regardless where we finished. The lowest ranking surviving team, we don't care. We are still the biggest team in England, or probably in global football, and we should be playing the big game, playing with the big boys, because we are the proper big boys. So for me, beautiful stuff, and I would gladly go rock my bald head the moment he touches down as a Man United player. So it's next week. Next week starts on Sunday, so it could be on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday, but trust me, it will be early in the week. The medical, which I think he will pass. After the medical, sign the documents and stuff. Perhaps do his media duties, first interview and stuff. We want to hear what he will say. Good balance of French and English, accent. I want to listen to him and see what he says about where he liked the interview that Cunha did, by the way. You clearly saw a player who dreamt of playing for Man United, living a dream, playing in these little stadium, fields in Brazil and calling them Old Trafford. I mean, he knew, all players, and he watched games and stuff at his granny's. So I want to hear what Bryan Mbeumo has to say, because he also wanted United. So for me, this is a win. These are the players we want in this project. Players who want to play for us, players who will be patient, who will stop in their holiday and come quickly to sign the deal with excitement. Guys, we are United, and we are on a steady road back to the top. Utopia is on the horizon. We will enjoy it. But the real utopia you need is cash in your wallet. Mbeumo is going to earn nearly £200,000 per week. How much are you earning from knowing about him? Not a nickel. But on this internet where you're watching me, you can earn some good, decent money for yourself just by understanding how the internet pays and knowing what you can as well do from wherever you are to earn from it. People are killing it on the internet. It doesn't matter your education, where you are, your level of understanding, what. You just need to have a brain that can get you to the internet and listen to me for 1 hour to understand how it pays and what you can do to also earn from it. It's not rocket science, fam. It's not. It's not rocket science. Trust me on that. I'm waiting for you. The number is down there on your screen. Who is next? That's the question. Is it a striker, a midfielder, a goalkeeper? Whichever way it goes, I will be here to give it to you. Just turn on the notification bell. I can properly now retire and say, I've done my job. My previous video I posted had an error. I think I was sound. There was a music bed to it. I didn't hear it, honestly. I think I had opened a certain tab somewhere that had music. I always listen to gospel music. I think it was playing and forgot it. But it doesn't hurt. Here it is. Have it clear and clean. Don't abuse me if there is an error in a video. Come on. The errors are human, aren't they? Yeah, but sorry, that won't happen again, I'm sure. I'll be more careful next time not to post a good update like that and then delete it and have to repost. guys. I'm also I don't enjoy it as well. I mean, I'm knackered, and this for me has just anyway. This is a worthy story. It was worth me staying up and doing it again and giving it to you. Enjoy it, guys, as you come, learn, and earn. Peace, love, and harmony. Cheers. One love, fam. Mbeumo is a red. United top 4